gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
Classic
Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. It's Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
Hey, yo, what's happening, people? As I told you, it is 8:30ish, and it is time for Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Plus, ask a cop. Hey, man, I'm hearing that you want to come on back through. You ain't got to ask that question, bro. Come on back through. Holla at us. Holla at us. Ask the cop. We'll be back in the building real soon, though. But we about to get this thing going. Want you to be a part of this conversation. 404-500-1605. To my left is that man, Angelo, aka Lowdown, aka Mr. Sit Down at Uptown himself. How you doing, my guy?
I'm good, man. I'm good, brother.
Hold up. I forgot one. Hashtag, this is Mr. Hall of Famer, the ATL Hall of Famer in flag football. How you doing, Cat Daddy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I should have brought the ring, but I know you're gonna do that, man. I would have brought the ring tonight, man.
You know we got to talk about it, bro. HOF, got to add that thing.
Boy, that was real nice, wasn't it, man?
Those some real nice rings, man.
Had some weight to that joker, man. I was thoroughly impressed.
Yeah. Real nice rings. Well, so I am JT of Classic Conversation with JT and Lo, a.k.a. your classic man, a.k.a. Mr. Versatility. You need it done, I can figure it out. Just saying. Now, I ain't good with tools. I ain't building no fences. I ain't laying no cement. I've done that in my day. Now I work hard to pay somebody else to do it. So the only thing, if you ask me to do something like that, I can find somebody to do it for you. I'm just telling you like it is. But again, man, I wanted to start this thing off, brother, just by saying congratulations to you, man. That we had the ceremony was this past Saturday. Shout out to Mr. James Reese, who is in charge of 5-Star Sports here in Atlanta, and he is doing a tremendous job. Had our first gala, Hall of Fame gala, our inaugural Hall of Fame gala, and he did a great job with that. So shout out to him for that. And brother, I got to ask you this. Because when I was looking at it, I was like, yo, that's crazy. How did it feel to have your sons presenting you? Dog, how did that feel, man? I'm looking at that and I'm thinking about, NFL players, NBA players that go in and some of them have their kid. How did that feel for you, bro?
So, honestly, man, that was everything, JT. That was everything, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Just speaking with them, and I wasn't really sure how to go about it, but I was driving one day and I was like, you know what, man? And honestly, initially, I was gonna talk to you about it, but I was driving. I was like, man, how dope would it be,
bro,
if my sons, and when they both confirmed they were coming, I was like, Aspen's in Athens, and so I kind of just told them about it, man. And they said, well, how's it work? I said, we just got a minute and a half to say whatever y'all feel. I don't want, whatever y'all feel. So they just literally, just
hell of a job.
Hey, man.
Hey, everything that they said, you could feel it.
Oh, man.
And the thing is, they said it with a smile. They wasn't crying when they said it. They said it with a smile. That tells you that they enjoyed speaking about their dad, their coach. Like, he ain't coached with me all my life. And he's coached a couple of others out here also. And some of my friends, he coached them, and now he's coaching them again, brother. It was that was major dope that they did that.
It's a proud moment, JT. It was a super proud moment to hear them speak, to hear them, speak the way they did and what they said. No coaching. Their mama didn't even know.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Nobody knew they were gonna come up there until they walked up there with me. You know what I mean? And then they said that they didn't coordinate it. Ashman said, all he told Alec was, "I'll go first, and you just follow."
Oh man,
That was it.
Hey.
So that meant it came from their hearts.
Hey man,
And that made it was phenomenal. That's the post I made in my thing, man. I was like, all the other stuff that happened, man, but that
I
was
hey,
phenomenal.
you did a great job because I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I could have walked up there with a straight face after that.
Hey,
I'd have had to take a moment.
hey, I don't know how close the camera was, but I'm gonna tell you something, man. I had to take about 3 or 4 deep breaths because I just like, man, I'm not going up there crying. I ain't going up there. You know what I mean? But when I first started talking, I felt it in my throat, like I'm sitting in my head, get it together. You know what I mean? But it was everything, bro. It was everything.
I was thinking about, what we was going to talk about in this first segment, but I'm like, man, I have to. Of course, we're going to bring up the Hall of Fame stuff, but I mean, your sons being able to speak on it, and not only speak just about you, speak about you because you went in as a coach and you've coached them. So that was major dope, bro.
Yeah,
that was
it really
major
was.
dope.
It really
major
was.
Dope.
It meant everything to me, man. It meant everything to me.
Good
and
deal.
the event was phenomenal by itself.
Oh man, like I said, shout out to James Reese, man. Hey brother, I've been dealing with Atlanta flag football for over 30 years. And shout out to all the other folks that was running some things, but I'm telling you something. I saw it, and I told you this a couple of years ago. You're doing things that these folks ain't never seen before. So they're a little shocked. So they're not showing up, but watch what happened.
Man.
Keep it going, bro. They ain't never seen it before, so they don't know what to expect.
Correct.
So now that the word going to get back, next time, watch this. We're going to have a packed house. We're going to have a packed house, for sure.
No doubt.
There go my man, Derek Hurd. What up, bro? He said, congratulations to you, Lo. He on Facebook.
What up, Hurd? What happened to you, man? There go boy Hurd.
Yeah. You was supposed to be there also. What happened to you? And Todd Vick, my bad, bro. But I knew he had already shut the tickets down. Vic wanted to come.
Oh wow!
But I knew that James had already shut the tickets down and everything. So
I appreciate the thoughts.
Vic, we'll get with him soon and put some smoke in there to celebrate all that good stuff.
Hey,
we'll make sure that happens.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. We'll make sure that happens. Also, I didn't get into the Hall of Fame by singular name. However, I did get in as part of the Shockwave. You can call it the Shockwave family / organization. We got inducted in the Hall of Fame as a team. Let me show my people on Facebook. There you go. Yep.
Back it up, son. Back it up right there. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. We got in there as a team.
Yeah.
And just give you a little history. Like I said, I've been playing flag football for over 30 years here in Atlanta. I started off with the Marietta Chargers, went over to the Astros, then I went to went to another team, can't think of the name of it right now, West something. And then I ended up with Rage, and then ended up with Shockwave. And the way it happened, I ended up leaving some friends behind because they didn't want to give up the name. Not Rage, it was Rams. I'm sorry, the Rams.
That's correct.
They didn't want to give up the name of Rams. And I was like, hey, bro, I'm out, And when I tell you what we have done with Shockwave, not only as playing the game on the field, but what we've done with people as a whole, honestly, there's some people out there that wanted to join Shockwave to where we just was like, not saying that they're not athletically, gifted enough, but they just wasn't Shockwave material. We was a team and we was a family, man. Matter of fact, we still are a team and a family. So, that's the type of things that get you into the Hall of Fame as a team. So, shout out to all the Shockwave players, past and present. we in there. We in there deep.
Well, you know, family, organization, but there's a lot of those JT, you know what I mean? And I know but for this moment, we just got to say that, you know, you'll be hard pressed to find another organization, family that was more successful in this flag football world than what Shockwave was. I mean, there's been a lot of great teams come through there, and I don't disrespect any of them. You know what I mean? The Fusions, boy Hurd, you know, 93 Octane, man. When we finally beat 93 Octane, that jump meant.
Forgot about 93
Oh,
Octane.
man, 93 Octane, man, was loaded. They were loaded.
Yeah, deep. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? You know, it was the Soul Patrol guys. It was, you know what I mean? They were just loaded. That team was so talented. You know what I mean? And we beat them, find that championship game on the last freaking play of the game with Damon Joshua making that, you know what I mean? It was, and that's, and you know, and shout out to her because that's really what that game broke us through. When we beat 93 Octane, it changed everything about Shockwave because we believe that we can win. You know what I mean? And
Hurd said his wife is a JSU alumni, so they went to the college game, so that's why he wasn't there. Respect on that, bro. But hey, bro, we actually talking about how you actually, well, you know you helped me when you was with the Chargers. You gave me my first taste of championships, but we talking about right now how when we actually beat y'all when you was with 93 Octane, how that kind of
catapulted.
Yeah. It solidified us and let us know that we was on the right path.
We was on the right path.
We knew then for sure.
That was the first ever championship of Shockwave. You know what I mean? From all them years of playing as Rage and never, you know what I mean? We finally broke through, and then we went on to have two of the biggest, longest winning streaks ever. Man, we went an entire calendar year of championships,
losing a game.
Hey, an entire calendar year. You know what I mean? I mean that's big, bro.
For those of y'all that don't know, flag football. Okay, y'all know how. Okay, regular football, you get it's a season, a year. Flag football is like dog years. You know how a dog in 1 year actually ages 3 or 4 years? In flag football, we play 3 to 4 seasons a year.
Every year.
And every year. And we went a whole year without tasting defeat. The only time we got a loss was in our L was in our personal lives, but we took no L's on the flag football field.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And then had a season where we gave up no points for an entire season until the last game. Somebody kicked they were so happy about kicking a field goal. They celebrated. Our last game was they celebrated scoring a field goal. The game was over.
Man, we were deep.
But they celebrated just being the only team to score on us the entire season.
We was for real, bro.
Bruh. And then went in there and shut everybody out in the playoffs.
For real.
I mean, you know what I mean? Then had another league and Joe was talking yah.
Let's go over there.
Let's go over there then.
Let's go over there.
Y'all want this?
Let's go over there.
We went over there and beat them in their own backyard.
We come to your city. We coming.
Is that what you want?
We coming.
We
coming.
So, so my point being, Shockwave, it was, you know, the organization was just phenomenal. It is phenomenal. And, you know, for our young guys, you know what I mean, they didn't really, I don't think they understand.
Right.
You know, when we so passionate at the field, it's like, man, what we doing? Because we have nothing but winning in our minds, and anything else is unacceptable. You know what I mean? So to retire the Shockwave team, well, not retire, but to induct the Shockwave team into the Hall of Fame, one of only 3 teams, I think is well deserved.
Period.
You know what I mean? For all the hard work that we put in, all the traveling, all the this and all of that. You know what I mean? But we had a great group of guys, JT, who was able to play and coach. You know what I mean? People like Dwayne here, and we talked about before we came on is that we have a team full of future Hall of Famers.
Oh yeah,
a team full of them.
There will not be a Hall of Fame ceremony at least for the next
Wow.
to 10 years where there's
Without
not
a
a
Shockwave.
Shockwave alum going in.
It's just facts.
Harvey said, yeah, that was a hell of a run. And again, congratulations to you too, Bear,
Yes,
for H Hall of Fame.
Congratulations, Bear.
My man G Green is up here. Congratulations on the Hall of Fame. Low, Amos, Jae Tea, and the Shockwave family. Everyone was inducted the year. Everyone that was inducted this year deserved it.
They got it right.
Oh, yeah.
They got it. They got it right.
Yeah.
They got it right.
Yeah.
It's a great group of guys, all deserving.
Yeah.
Great group of teams, all deserving. And there's gonna be, there's gonna be more teams. There's gonna be more players, man. But that inaugural one, I think, had to set a tone,
And they did.
and I think it did, man.
Yeah. And like I said, a lot of folks that was supposed, they're in, but they wasn't able to be there physically. But like I said, totality of it, it shows what Atlanta flag football was. Yeah, there's so many, man. They're yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a great time seeing people, Tony Bryant, seeing Golden, seeing the Lighten type females. It was a great time seeing some of the fellas and the young ladies from back in the day. It was dope. It was dope.
It was super dope.
It was dope.
And like I said, the Tony Bryant was great. Tony Bryant was one of the great. Tony Bryant never had no movement, but did nothing but winning.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, you know what I mean? Flat left, flat right.
That's it.
Yeah, eat you up.
Best footwork.
You know what I mean? Just set a movement.
And it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot of work he did with his feet.
No.
He turned it and let it go.
But let that ball go.
Yeah.
You know what I
and
mean?
let it
But
go.
there was just so many people, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, Derek Hurd, man. Hurd was a guy that we hated playing against. You know what I mean? Because you knew the play never ended. You know what I mean?
Derek Hurd was my first real quarterback in Atlanta flag football. I mean, we recruited him to the point to where Hurd, let us know where you at on Sunday morning. We'll be there to pick you up. We going to a tournament in Tennessee. Hurd, don't worry about it. I'm going to pick you up. And when I tell you that dude got my first 3 championships in Atlanta flag football was because of Derek Hurd, for real. So appreciate you, guy, for real.
Yeah, Hurd was
real,
man.
for real.
Hurd was the man. First dude I ever seen roll all the way to his right and throw that ball all the way back across the field
To the corner.
On a dot.
In the back of the end zone.
It was like, what in the world, man? Did y'all just see that?
little old guy.
was the man, man.
Like Papa out there. Like he ate his spinach before the game.
What up, my boy
Salute
T-Mac?
to you,
I
Derek
see
Hurd.
chipping in.
Salute to you,
T-Mac,
man.
another one is, you know what I mean? He's Hall of Fame bound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no question. You
It's
know what I
happening.
mean? He
It's happening.
yeah, he's
happening.
the next one. He's guaranteed he's gonna be on the next group. You know what I mean? Because we just gonna have so many, man.
It is happening.
Yeah,
For real,
yeah.
for real.
You know,
So,
shoot, Jerome, sideline, the best sideline linebacker. Hey, man, we just got so many, man. But
Yeah,
congratulations, Shotwave. Congratulations to all y'all, man. All my Shotwave family, JT, Dwayne, everybody, man. It's been dope, man.
Yes, sir. That's for sure. So
Nobody
listen.
record introduction. I'm more than certain Robbie recorded. I'm more.
Oh yeah.
Dwayne
Yeah,
said he recorded.
I'm
as well.
sure. Yeah. Listen, everybody. No, Kat, go back over to YouTube. She just so much. I came over from YouTube. I'm about to shut this down soon. So everybody up here, there's a link higher up in the comments. Make sure you go there and go ahead and hit that link and go ahead and get over there, and subscribe and follow us. We need that. All right. We appreciate it. Appreciate you, Kat. But we're going to get on into a topic right now real quick. We're going to jump into it. What we're going to first talk about, as you know, it's the holiday time. Some people say that Halloween kicks off the holiday spirit. I don't think Halloween kicks off spirits, but not the holiday spirit to me. So we're going to go,
Funny.
we're going to start off with Thanksgiving. And, what I wanted to know is, how does Thanksgiving, what does Thanksgiving mean to you now? And how do you compare Thanksgiving now compared to when you was a kid? Let's start off with those two questions. Then I'm gonna come back with some of the meanings of Thanksgiving, the dictionary meaning, and then another meaning that's affluent within our community. So, Angelo, in regards to Thanksgiving, what is it? And I know you different on holidays, but what what does Thanksgiving mean to you, bro? Oh, should I say your family?
You said now, correct?
Yeah. Now and then compare it to how it's celebrated now compared to when you was a kid.
Okay.
Or younger. You ain't gotta say a kid. You can be just younger.
Okay. Well, as now, you just said it. I care less about, holidays. And I care less about them as they are presented to us. You know what I mean? It's like when you hear people say things like, "Oh man, we can't have Thanksgiving now."
What up, Ray?
You know what I mean? "Oh man, we can't have Christmas." It'd be like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? What do you mean you can't have Thanksgiving? You know what I mean? It's like, I just think that the rationale behind that is just crazy. I mean, whatever it is you think it is goes on regardless. But yeah, I don't really care much about it in terms of the holiday. I think Thanksgiving is how I see most holidays is family. You know what I mean? It's whatever. Like brother like me, I like turkey. JT.
Mm.
I like turkey in November, December, January, February, March, April. You know what I mean? Don't you remember my buddy was in what's the movie with Neil Long? What's his name? Not Tay Diggs. What's the buddy name when he said, "Nah, don't keep mine. I want all mine right now." You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You ain't gotta hold mine back for Thanksgiving. Give
Right.
mine right now. That's how I feel about it, man. But as a kid, naturally Thanksgiving was a build up. It was because you still believed in all the lies that were told of the pilgrims and
Yeah.
and all that BS that they taught you in school about, them good Indians and them good cowboys just got together and everybody just had a good a social. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. You know what I mean? But you believe that BS back then, so that's what you went with. So it was. But even then, the best Thanksgivings ever were always, my only memories of the holiday season, Thanksgiving and Christmas, was always with the family unit involved. I mean, it was an opportunity to spend time with the grandparents and to see your cousins that you hadn't seen in a while, especially for us because we live, we travel with my mom, so we would have to come home. So when you came home, it was a big thing. You know what I mean? But the big thing was always surrounded by family, having fun, enjoying games and all that good stuff. So, that's what it meant then. Now, I still have the family piece. You know what I mean? Like I used to tell my mom and Robbie and all them all the time, man, why don't y'all, because I never understood why people be all stressed out. How can you enjoy Thanksgiving if you stressed out about cooking and this and that? How do you enjoy it if you're stressed? You know what I mean? I tell them all the time, man, we can order, we can go pick up, we can go, you know what I mean? You can't enjoy it if you're stressed. You know what I mean? So I just be like, man, let's go to Mary Max, order the or some turkey dressing, some bread pudding, and we Gucci. And I stand by that, John.
I'm with you on that.
You ain't gotta
one
worry about
now.
all the cleanup, all of this, all that. You know what I mean? I know some people really love cooking. So if you really love it, you enjoy cooking, I get it. You know what I mean? I respect that. Some people really, so they don't, but I just don't like the feeling that you have to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's how I am now. So, and that's how I teach my kids, man. We don't be stressed, man. Everybody be chilling.
Right.
Yeah, man, everybody be chilling for real. So what about you, man?
I get it. Like as you said, Thanksgiving means now I do like, because of the word Thanksgiving, flip it, giving thanks. I do like to reflect, but like you said, I give thanks year round anyway. Back when I was younger, it was, like you said, family getting together. One of my nicknames, Jasper, came from Thanksgiving. I was living in Atlanta. On my way home, they were waiting on me. I was running late. You know how we do. I was running late, and they got tired of, this is before cell phones. This is page days, so I couldn't really call them and let them know where I was. So they started getting ready to eat. And when I walked in, my mom turned around and said, "There go Jasper." Stuck ever since.
For real?
Stuck ever since. I walked in, everybody was walking around thing. They said, she said, "Oh, there go Jasper." Stuck ever since. With the family, it's stuck ever since. Now it's different, me and my wife, Jasmine Casper, all that type of stuff. But that's where it came from. But it was about, like you said, I have never been really a turkey guy. So never been about that. But it was about the macaroni and cheese, period. But now, especially when COVID came through, everybody had their traditions. You have the cranberry sauce, you have the macaroni and cheese, you have the collard greens, you have all these different type of traditions. But when COVID came through, I think the traditions kind of changed up a little bit. I remember actually grilling on Thanksgiving Day. And as I was sitting outside, of course, it was one of those years like this year where it was abnormally warm and around Thanksgiving. I was sitting outside smoking a cigar, the food was on the grill, and I was like, wow, I'm grilling on Thanksgiving Day. It's a new tradition. I ain't gonna say I was setting a tradition. I think it was just something that I was going with. I don't know if my son grills or not, to be honest with you. So I can't say I'm setting a tradition. But I just think it's changed now as we've gotten older and become parents, some grandparents. I think that traditions are changing in regards to, you have more, because so many people, back in the day, everybody kind of you didn't stay home, but you were closer to home. Now everybody's so widespread, I think, it's more of a Friendsgiving type deal. Like for me, my mom and them, they're going on a cruise, so I'm going over to some friend's house for Thanksgiving. So it's more of people are having Friendsgiving instead of, it's still Thanksgiving, but it's not with family. It's with your extended type family, right. That type of deal. So I think that's where, it changed that a little bit. I know we got some comments.
And which is cool when you do stuff like that, I think. You know what I mean? Like, if you can have people you can hang with, I guess just about how, if you put the stress level part of it in there, But like we did a seafood Thanksgiving. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I like stuff like that. I don't, it don't have to be traditional. You know what I mean? That's why I said, you ain't got to save my turkey for Thanksgiving. We can eat turkey next week. We got seafood. We did my mom's house one time. We did had a whole deal seafood Thanksgiving thing over there, which was dope. You know what I mean? Just something different, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you.
All that traditional stuff.
Andrew Jackson, what up, bro? Hey, man, go on over to YouTube so you can log in with us. How you doing, bro? What you been smoking on?
Let's see. Unc chimed in. Said, congratulations. Gerald, congratulations. My aunt, congratulations. Unc said under the weather.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Unc.
My unc definitely had to go in and say F Trump, though. Thanksgiving is just family day for me. Study the real Thanksgiving. Todd Vick, much love. Congratulations. F Blank Whitlock. He is not worth our time. Yeah, we're going to get to that next.
Mm-hmm.
T-Mac chimed in. I'm responding to that one already. Flag football is bigger than I could ever imagine. I won't say the jokes I used to make about flag. Yeah, I used to Jonas all the time. Every time we went to Florida, y'all down there again? Are y'all winning anything? And then we started finally winning. It wasn't just a shopping trip no more.
Right. Oh man.
Jalen says, media okay, I'm back. Okay, that was Cat Cole chimed in and came back. Back in the day, it was more about family. Today, in my opinion, we don't even have a dinner as a family on a regular. Ever since the village was no longer in existence, the family is less important. It's Todd Vick. Gerald Green, what up, bro? DC. Being with family and extended family who God brought. Y'all remember DC? Everybody thought DC was undercover.
Thought he was a cop. Didn't want to say nothing
they
around.
Didn't want to say nothing around DC. Belly D-Mac, DC, I don't trust him, man. He undercover. It'd be so funny. I think DC was broke it out when he came in the party that time with them shoes. They said, he can't be undercover.
No, dude.
Just like that. Well, I love DC. Well, you're a good dude, man.
Yeah,
That's a
great
good dude.
Yeah.
He said being with go ahead.
Another person that we invited into the family. You know what I'm saying? We just knew he was good like that. Yeah, cool cat.
Cool cat, man. Being with family, extended family who God brought in your life. As we get older, we're now the elders, and our kids are now us. Sheesh, that's so true. So we have to give them those same memories. Unc said Thanksgiving is family and friends day. The Puritans weren't blank. The Pilgrims weren't blank. The natives knew better, but okay. So Vic said, I want to come together now as a family now. It's so important, even more today. Kiki said Shockwave was definitely that deal. That year y'all went on a tear, was more than a team, is an organization, is brand, and more importantly, a family. Big facts. Back in the day when we would get the BLJ, like Bojangles, fried turkey. Good night, y'all. Take care. Tell JT I'm still waiting on my Oscar invite.
Got you, Unc.
Now Jalen cooks all the time and he loves it. That's good if you love it.
Oh,
that's a young man like that. Don't remember about child. Thanksgiving as a child. Need my siblings to respond. When we got older, it was a big family time, and we had fights and fun. Today is a day of family and Macy Day parade. He said, nah, not the shoe. Yeah, DC, you know what it is, boy. DC came out Stephen, boy.
Hey, Bookface, appreciate you. I see that I have 0 watch. Oh, I got one watching. Listen, that one that's watching right now, go up top. There's a link. Go on, hit that link and come on over to YouTube. I'm about to shut this down. Appreciate you all following instructions and getting on over there, all right? I'm going to holler at y'all, you dig? But, yeah, Thanksgiving, like I said, it's changed. I hate to hear what somebody said, that now we're the elders. That's crazy. Going back to Angelo's kids. Yo, listen, man. I walked up to the table, and I'm sitting there looking at these.
You were just staring.
What I remember as boys. Now I'm sitting looking at these young men just having a free-flowing conversation. Because when they were boys, they sat around and they waited. They laughed at us. They waited for us to, acknowledge them. Then they said something. But now I'm looking at these young men have full-fledged conversations with hair on their face.
Crazy.
And I love seeing it, but at the same time, it is a reminder of how long I've been living. It's crazy. Just that day earlier, I saw another Shockwave alum, Wendell Williams, saw his son playing for Syracuse, catching passes. Love seeing it. But again, it reminded me.
Like, wow.
Because these kids was on our sideline, bro.
Yeah.
We was throwing passes with them while their daddies was on the field.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Crazy. All right. Going back to Thanksgiving. Pull some other stuff up. Definition of Thanksgiving. This is the definition, of course, that's, out there. The first one you see on Google. Thanksgiving is a federal holiday in the United States celebrated on the 4th Thursday of November. And it is a day for expressing gratitude, often marked by a large meal featuring turkey and other traditional dishes. This holiday has origins in a 1962 harvest festival and was established as a national holiday by President Lincoln in 1863. Thanksgiving is a day when families and friends gather to express gratitude for the year's blessings over a shared feast. The holiday has evolved from a harvest celebration to a national tradition of togetherness, thankfulness, through centuries of tradition building, myth making, and cultural change. Now, Thanksgiving has a tragic history, yet many Black people across the nation still choose to celebrate it in their own way. Some reframe it as a day to spend with family, while others go shopping. Thanksgiving, like Independence Day, is a holiday. This is from some quotes from some people in our community. Thanksgiving, like Independence Day, is a holiday I must refrain every year to fit into my worldview and value system as an African American. These days are not holy, but patriotic to ideals that are conflicting to me as a descendant of enslaved Africans. In short, they insult my humanity and are offensive as they reinforce the ideals of white supremacy year after year. Another person said it is a made-up holiday to justify the exploitations of millions of indigenous peoples of this country. I am not a fan. Now, this is from people in our community.
Interesting.
Very. There was a lot more. There was a lot more. I was tripping. I mean, there was a lot more, and I was like, wow. You know, it's crazy to see how many actually do know the history and have actually morphed it into their own type of celebration in regards to family, you know, and friends and things of that nature. I wonder how many do know, you know, more of the history. I actually didn't learn a lot of the history until like the last 3 or 4 years. When COVID hit, I really started reading up on some of this stuff, and it's crazy how, you know, we will take it because it's a day off, but not recognize what the actual holiday is about. The July 4th, Independence Day.
All holidays, for that matter. It's just like when you see on Memorial Day, people be sending you messages, you know, thank you for your service. You know, that's not what Memorial Day's for. You know what I mean?
You know what? And some people hate when I say this. Or Veterans Day.
Or Veterans Day.
Veterans Day is for veterans.
Right.
Happy Veterans Day to people that are serving is. No, I'm proud of folks that serving. My child is one, my nephew is one, but they're not veterans. It's not their day. So, you know, again, you know, we sometimes as a people, if it's a day off, we just take it for what it is and just run with it instead of reading up on it and figuring out what it actually is for.
Sure. But, you know, that's why I say most holidays are just that, you know, made up stuff.
So with that being said, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I don't know.
Perfect answer.
Because I don't care. Listen, I don't just be saying this stuff. I honestly, I just be like, they'll say something at some point, you know, I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? And, you know, my whole Thanksgiving Day must consist of me being in front of a TV with football games.
Yeah.
Now, thank goodness YouTube TV, you know what I mean? So we go to my mom's house, for example, because she don't, you know, have, you know, y'all know my setup.
Yeah.
My setup different, you know what I mean? So, but with YouTube TV, I can still watch multiple games now, you know, but yeah, it's football day for me, you know what I mean? So I don't eat a whole lot, so I'm not gonna get seconds, you know what I mean? You know, it's like, it's whatever, JT. It's whatever.
It was the perfect answer. I don't know. I promise you, perfect answer. Because, you know, now that the club is on the road, you can't say, yeah, I'm gonna be at the club. I mean, it's a perfect answer, bro. That was right on point.
Yeah.
Right on point. Me, I'm going over to some friends' house. The great thing about Thanksgiving this year, not only is there football, but the North Carolina Tar Heels are playing basketball on Thanksgiving Day.
All right.
So excited. Yes, at 4:30. So excited. Then at my boys.
Because college basketball normally go on like that on Thanksgiving?
Yeah. They didn't usually play it on Thanksgiving Day, but
That's
they
what
would
I'm
usually
saying.
have tournaments
That
during that
weekend.
time.
Yeah.
I was surprised also because
Yeah.
we play tomorrow also, which of course I'm
Are there any
excited
big
about
NBA
that.
games too competing with NFL or, you know?
That's a good question.
I know Christmas is big.
Christmas
NFL.
now, the NFL and the
thing.
NBA be competing, but that's a good question. Dwayne, look that up. See if the NBA is playing on Peacock or Amazon or on Thanksgiving Day, because you know they got so many channels. You're overloaded with NBA basketball right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they taking place of some of my NBC shows. I'm not happy about that at all, to be honest with you. Yeah, we're gonna move. Like I said, anything. I mean, I think the sports weekend is gonna be crazy. Georgia Tech is playing this weekend, right? Thanksgiving weekend they usually play.
The
Georgia Tech.
That is this weekend.
Yep.
But the real game is high noon though. You know that, right?
Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah.
The
game.
You're gonna have I think Alabama Auburn this weekend, right?
Probably so. They usually all the same.
Yeah, it's a crazy weekend. It's a crazy weekend. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I'm doing on Friday, but none. Okay, so it's just
said when I was a kid, the family not meeting up at grandma's house was not an option. It was a time to fellowship and enjoy family. Yeah. Ain't nothing like Thanksgiving at grandma's house.
yeah. That was ours. I mean, when I was growing up and living in Atlanta, I'm saying growing up because I was a young adult. The 2 times I knew that I was going to North Carolina to see my grandmother was Easter and Thanksgiving.
Mm.
Easter to put on a suit next to her, Thanksgiving to sit next to her after a sweatsuit so I can swell up and eat her cooking. It was non-negotiable. And
People still
anybody
dress up like that on Easter? Is that still a thing?
It's a good question. I think so. I do think that they
That was dress up day for
Oh
real.
yeah. Oh yeah. You know, whatever colors you could get, that you know, your Easter suit.
Easter suit.
Yeah.
That's
Easter
what,
suit. That's what it was
put on
called.
that Easter
it was
suit.
Your Easter suit. It wasn't a suit for any other time. It was the Easter suit that you had never worn anyplace else. Now, after you wore it on Easter, you could wear it wherever else, but you know, just goes to show how those traditions have changed over the years.
To my Aunt Arlena, Mom, do they still do that like that every Easter? Is it still like a super duper dress up day? Cat Coles, any of y'all know if it's still like, is that still a big thing? Kiki said now my family kind of do their own thing, their own little thing, and don't get together much, and I miss that so much. But losing the head of the family kind of changes the dynamics of things.
Facts.
Now that, Kiki, is a true statement.
Yep.
It definitely changes things. You know what I mean?
Yep. Like I said, it was non-negotiable.
Yeah, that's a true statement.
For my family, I don't care who you were married to, who you were dating. You were going to Richlands, North Carolina for Thanksgiving.
The end.
Period. If you didn't want to go, your spouse was going.
Yeah.
Period. We were going to be at my grandmother's house every Now, you could leave on Friday if you wanted to, but you had to be there for Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
And I did. I used to, my mom didn't want to be out shopping on Black Friday. I'd be on 20 on my way back to Atlanta.
Mom said Thanksgiving for me is a great family get-together, just celebrating the remaining family that's still here. As far as Easter said, not like they used to. Most churches have come as you are on Easter these days. That's what I thought.
Okay.
Folks don't dress up on Easter like they used to. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think it was, because you usually see that stuff, but you don't even hardly see the commercials no more. So that lets you know it ain't that big for you.
Yeah, they used to run them commercials, get people out there buying them shoes, and yeah, man, that was big back then.
I get when preachers started coming out, showing their chests and
crop tops.
Yeah, all the other stuff. I guess the preacher ain't gonna do it. This shoe, you can't expect the congregation to do it.
Yeah, had to change that up. All right, you want to take a break? You want to run on into this next one?
Let's keep going. Let's take the break after this one.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Recently, I think it was about a week ago, there was a woman and her 2 children were walking home from school. This is in the south side of Chicago, and they were actually attacked by another group of kids. They started calling names and teasing. I don't know what they were teasing about, but they was calling them names and teasing them, and they chased them a little bit, and then they ended up cornering the mom on a fence, and her son was actually trying to cover her, and they viciously beat them to where both of them actually had to go to the hospital. Her daughter was there also. It was a 33-year-old young lady. Her daughter was there also.
6 years old, and the son was 9 years old.
6 years old, the son was 9 years old. The son has actually been honored for trying to protect his mother. But they were attacked by another group of kids. And supposedly this is not something that just started. Okay, I know we're talking about Chicago, but we're going to try and think of this on a wider horizon here. My questions is, first I was like, what? Why? And then how? Because this happened at a school, right in front of the school. If she was there to pick up her kids, there had to be other parents there to pick up their kids. How did this happen with other adults standing around?
Hey man, when I first saw that story, man, when I say I was heartbroken, I ain't gonna lie, man. That junk literally broke my heart, and it broke my heart for several reasons. Um, number one, the disrespect. Um, the disrespect of a woman, by these kids. And then when I saw the little boy hugging, just holding on to his mama for dear life, you know what I mean? And all he just do is just hold on to her, put his head in, you know what I mean?
9 years old.
Man, that junk just,
Yeah.
when I say, man, then I went from my heart being broken to just enraged. Like, man, this is horrible, man. And then to hear him just recording and laughing, and I'm like, there's no one's gonna step in. And then when the little girl finally started punching on her, and then how they just grabbed the little boy and just threw him and slung him, his face hit the concrete. I'm like, and the kid was obviously not in no type of resistance mode.
Right.
You know what I mean? And all he wanted to do was just run back and try to get to his mama. I didn't know it was a 6-year-old girl involved. I just heard that recently. You know what I mean? And she kind of just stood back and what was she gonna do?
Yeah.
what
I'm
I
actually glad she didn't run in.
That jump was heartbreaking, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It was heartbreaking and just really angered me. And and it was like, to the point where I didn't care what would happen to those kids. You know what I mean? Whatever justice, because that is uncalled for. And then to continue to hear the story and say that same group of kids attacked. And then this woman, before I jump to that, this woman, then you find out has what, sickle cell? Or
Yeah.
She's
I think sickle cell trait or something.
Yeah,
but,
so she's sick. They said they were picking on the boy because of how his mama talked. When you listen to her interview, you know what I mean, you can tell she's sick. It's like, how do you laugh? How do you get anything out of that? You know what I mean? And then they showed the video of them running down and jumping a guy with autism. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
and
another one.
They ran him down like he was a dog. You know what I mean? It's like, man. And then they said the same kid that recorded the first incident was recording the second incident. So it's like this is what they do.
It's become a game.
Coordinated attacks.
It's become games to them.
Hey
Yeah.
man. Hey man.
Oh, like I said, it when I first heard it, the first time I heard it, I listened to the Breakfast Club.
Right.
I was listening
That's
to the
the
Breakfast
infected
Club.
that he be talking about.
Yeah, I was listening to the Breakfast Club that morning, and I heard about it. Then I looked it up, and like I said, at first was again what, and then why are they doing it, and then how are they able to do this? This is what I mean. Everything that's going on in this country. This is why it's so hard sometimes, I think, for our community to actually invest into who you're voting for. Who is going to be best to lead your community? Who is going to be best to lead your city? Who's going to be best to lead your state? This is why, because, and this is not just, people were talking about Chicago right now, but this is not only happening in Chicago. This is why so many are thinking, I can't be worried about that when I got to worry about my own right here and what's happening to my own. And this is, it might be happening in other communities, but I know for a fact it's happening in ours, and they're always going to report ours. So we know for a fact that it is happening in ours. And this is what keeps us from being able to look into who's the best to represent us and all that type of stuff, because we're so worried about just handling our own business right here, right now, and what's in front of us, instead of worrying about what's going to happen. Let's face it. You vote for the politician, you're voting for the future. You're not voting for today, honestly. You're voting for the future, but you're so worried about what's happening today and next week that you can't even invest your time into those type of issues. And I don't know how they was talking about the principal, saying that the principal has known about these attacks. But if these attacks are happening over and over and over again, and I say this about all educators, don't worry about it, mine dropped too. I say this about all educators, when it get to a point to where you're so fed up and you're full and you just start ignoring things sometimes. You know, because you're fed up and you're full, maybe you did try and report it to the police, or maybe you did make a phone call and nobody is coming to help. Gets you to a point to where you just start, man, whatever. The human aspect, you know, it's human nature sometimes to say, you know what, I can't even worry about this no more. I got to worry about mine. So this is why we having issues within our community is, and it's our own. These kids that was doing this was our own kids. You know, you want to say where are their parents and all this, that, and the third, but where were the other adults that was in the area?
Because it had to be so.
Yes,
it had to be so.
Just like now, like I said, the village is almost non-existent right now because nobody wants to police somebody else's kid. It gets to the point to where now when you see just some kids being, as you say, infected or assholes, that you just shake your head and keep moving.
I mean, what you're seeing is you know, probably some type of young gang. I mean, because you're in a city of gang violence, and you know this is where it starts, and it's crazy how, you know, Harvey just talked about last week about the age range. If you don't capture them before, you know, they get to that teenage year, you know what I mean?
It's hard to recapture.
It's hard to recapture it.
Yeah.
And that's a perfect example because, you know, those kids were just laughing. You know what I mean? It's like you don't have no remorse.
So forget.
You know what I mean?
You have those over there doing the attacking, and then you have a whole bunch of others that's sitting back laughing. How long is it going to take for those that's out there laughing to actually start doing the same thing that the ones that's doing the attacking is doing?
Yeah. And it's obvious that they are picking on the weak.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They know this woman has sickle cell. You're bullying the son because his mom has sickle cell. I always say they bullied him because he was being bullied because they were talking about how his mom talks. So that's your reason to pick on him. And then the fact they've been reported to the principal, and like he was talking about, like, you know, if you become numb to that as a principal, bruh, you gotta get up out of there, man. You know, and it's just, man, I'm saddened, Brian, because it's just, you know, you hear all the time about how mean kids are. You know what I mean? How really cruel that they are. You know, and how they talk about kids, and they can, you know, and a lot of times, you know, back in the day, I always told you it was the kid that does the bullying is the one that's probably getting bullied at home.
Been bullied, yeah.
You know what I mean? And all these things. And some of them kids were picking on them, you know, probably don't have X, Y, Z. They probably, you know, they come from this and that. And I'm sure some of those things, you know, have a part in it. But, man, Junk just angered me, man.
Yeah.
I still can't find any excuses for you to be that evil and cruel, and for them to have done it before means there was obviously no repercussions
for them doing it
before. When you've identified that these are the kids, that means y'all know, you know who they are. You know what I mean? And y'all not doing anything about it. There's no repercussions. There's no that junk just angers me, man. So,
All right, well, let me ask you this, and I said I was going to ask this question. I still haven't come up with anything, but let me ask, what do you think if a community is in need that way? What do you think can be done to galvanize that community and help those kids that was out there laughing at it? Because the ones that was actually doing it, you're probably not going to be able to save them. But the ones that was out there laughing at it, what do you think? Is there anything that you think that could probably be done in that area? What up, Jason? What up, D-Mac?
That's a good question, and I it's hard pressed to have an answer.
So,
for
BK?
that. Because for you to be laughing, you don't know if how much that they were a part of it. Because some of the ones that were laughing were also the ones who, jumped in. You know what I mean? Which again is why I said it looks like the development of a gang. Because once they started, it was a lot of them that came in,
Mm-hmm. Right.
throwing punches, kicking.
Yeah.
When they threw the little boy on the ground, it was another little boy that tried to come back right behind him and kick him. Bro, you want to kick a 9-year-old boy in the head? This is what we doing? The kid, the dude they said with autism was an adult, but he had autism. They said they kicked him so bad, he was left laying there unconscious. You know what I'm saying? And these are kids.
Yeah.
And these are all kids. So, it's hard pressed to say what can you do. You know what I mean? Because whatever you can do for the ones that's laughing, all of them need it. It goes into some of the things that we discussed last week with programs and capturing kids. And that's why I was saying, about if you had like mandatory military for kids at certain ages. I mean, you got to do something.
Yeah.
To get some kind of level of discipline, responsibility, accountability to these kids, man. Because
I mean, basically,
if you want to kick a 9-year-old in the head, bro, the next step is you're willing to shoot him.
Yeah. You like I said, you gotta. I like the military side of things, the boot camp side of things. You got to. But like you said, you got to catch them early because these gangs or these dudes or whatever is recruiting these kids at a younger and younger age. You have to catch them early to be able to instill whatever discipline or whatever good habits into them.
Mm-hmm.
You got to catch them early, type of deal. I know we got some comments. So a whole bunch of.
Cat Cole said, had me hot. I love how the city of Chicago came together for the family. It was a horrible attack. They say he was picked on for years because of his mom's sickness. Todd Vick said, broken heart as well. Cat said, I cried, and then I was so upset. The first time I felt like kids need jail time. No home training, no respect for others. The way they slammed the little boy in the street, lucky he wasn't killed or hurt or worse. That's what I thought. I was like, man, we hit that concrete. I was like, and then how he just got up and just ran right back to his mama. Man, that jump pissed me off so bad, man. The first thing I thought was to make sure my own son wasn't dealing with anything because of my recent situation. It's because the village is gone, and you're right, Kat, because when you have good kids, and like my own son, Asa is a brilliantly smart kid. But I used to always ask him because Asa, he's not sports oriented, he's not working out, he's not doing a lot of those things. Now, I just call him all the time, my cute little nerd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we used to be, we put him in karate when he was young. We always felt like, hey man, I don't want nobody picking on my baby. You know what I mean? Because I know he's not that kind of kid. You know, he
Right.
ain't like the other. You know what I mean? Alec, you know, I ain't
Yeah.
you know.
No,
Pick
you
with
ain't
Alec if
worried
you want
about
to.
it.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You know what I mean? And Aspen was,
Do that if you want
you know
to.
what I'm saying? But Ace was always like, I used to worry about him, and I used to always ask him. I said, man, I asked him about bullying in school. You know, he said, oh yeah, we definitely have bullying in school. I said, well, are you ever in that? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Is anyone ever bullied you? Have you ever felt threatened? Or, you know what I mean? He's like, no. He's like, but Dad, I just, with him, he kept his circle small, keeps his circle small, and luckily, in his little, he's sarcastic, like, he got it honestly, you know what I mean? And he said, most of those kids aren't gonna be in my classes anyway. I was like, yeah, true that. You know what I'm saying? True that.
That's a fact.
So, but you know what I mean. But I still always concern myself with it because you just never know what happens in schools.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and people always try to pick on
Mhm.
people they feel like, know how to defend themselves. You know what I mean? So, so I always worried about that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I always worried about that, man, because I know somebody picked up my baby.
That's gonna be a problem.
Hey man, I will fight a kid. Hey man, and bring your daddy too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever it's gonna be. But you're not picking on mine.
Yeah, the way these kids are these days, yeah, I'm fighting them.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
Yeah.
man. Mom's opportunity, Ace will protect. I believe, you know what I mean? But we talking about, 10, 11, 12-year-old Asa. You know what I mean? 13, you know what I mean? It's like, the oldest he's gotten, I feel, but it's something you always have to think about and worry about, concerned with when you have a kid that's not out there like that. You know what I mean? It's smart and just, you know what I mean? It's because they picked on those nerdy kids. That's who always got picked on.
That's the ones get picked on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I ain't like that junk in high school. I didn't like that junk either, man. You just be picking on little. I mean, I said, man, leave that dude alone, man. Dude ain't bothering you.
Hey, man,
That was always me. I was like, man, leave him alone. They didn't do nothing to you.
They know who Ace's brothers are. They know.
Hey, man.
If they didn't know, they know by now. So
Definitely.
they know by now. So yeah,
We'll find out.
I'm with you. I did the same thing with mine because mine was quiet, unassuming. I mean, I was trying to pull so much out of my son. I doing everything I could to make him just do something to establish your identity, that type of deal. So first time I got called to the school, and he had, gave somebody that 1, 2, 3, oh boy, I was happy.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, we good now. I couldn't show him that.
Right.
At least in front of the principal or his mama. I showed him that later on. Said, boy, yeah.
Where's your handy yourself?
Yeah,
Why?
you been paying attention, so I appreciate that. So but I get it, you worried about it. So, and in this story, and again, this is a story that came out, but it's not the only one. No, it just so happened that and this has been happening for a minute at this school.
And a kid recorded it. Keep that in mind. A kid recorded and posted. You know who it is. You know who it is. And they said he recorded last one and sent it to the mama. It's like the disrespect.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. They were sending it to the mom because
bruh, it's like, so you telling me y'all can't account for this kid?
And I saw
check that parent?
And I saw
Crazy.
saw an interview with one of the Chicago police officers or whatever. He's a detective. And he calls out the principal. Instead of saying, we know who this is, so we're going to make sure that this is taken care of. He calls the principal out.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cowardly on that officer. I was actually in the car, so I couldn't write it down or whatever. I'd have called him out. But he blamed the principal instead of, again, like you said, this stuff is recorded and posted.
Right.
So how is it that you can't identify these kids and get them the punishment that they're supposed to get? But again, some of these kids are hiding behind. We talked about it, last week with Harvey. We talked about how some of these kids know the law better than, we do. So they know that they can't be charged and all that type of stuff. So
absolutely.
yeah. So
absolutely.
But something has to happen. I'm really hoping that they catch these and do something about this.
Cat Cole said, with an incredible program going on 3 years, and the fight with other programs more than anything I asked to connect. We have to worry about most kids to that effect. He was talking about earlier, doesn't matter who you go with or married to, you miss that Thanksgiving you want to. Parent does not allow your child to have apologize, almost condone behavior. One of these TikTok challenges, I don't remember kids being so mean-spirited when I or children grew up. Social media influence. Social media plays a big part of that, without a doubt.
Huge.
OMG, I was heartbroken. Kids can be so cruel. To try and protect your mom and to be a mom who couldn't protect their kids almost had me in tears and pissed off so bad. Yeah, that was, and she was trying, man. That woman, man. It just pisses me off every time I think about the jump, man. That just angers me, man.
I couldn't look at the video
so bad,
I
man.
had to stop looking at it.
I just be like, man, it's like the emotions, bro. It pisses me off right now, man. I can't be the parent who kids try like this. Yeah, a lot of flower bringing to church singing. Hey, man. He said she can't be that parent. Your nerd is quiet, but it's deadly. My aunt said, well, Lo, that comment remind me of the 6-year-old you ready to take out a dad at school. Yeah, I did tell the boy, bring your daddy to. I'm 6 years old, man. Look. But they don't know that me.
Hey, look,
you know what I mean? I've changed.
Sounds like a kid I know. Sounds like a kid I know that I just watched talking freely as an adult the other day.
Yeah.
It sounds just like him.
Hey man. I was the bully go-getter. I was going there. All the places we had to go to, man, I'd go find the bully. My first day, I said, man, who the toughest guy in the class? So I said, oh, okay. I had to go see about him. You know what I mean? I'm going to establish this right now. Hey, I'm going to establish this right now. We're gonna get all this out the way because ain't going to be no John. Ain't going to be none of that.
He going to be the man or I'm going to be the man. One of those.
We're going to discover this right now. I ain't going to be the one you pick on, buddy. Let me make that clear. But that's old me, y'all. You know, I don't know why she brought. Don't be bringing up no kind of story. Them folks don't know that me. Oh yeah, did you hear about the preacher that just got charged for whipping his son's butt with the game cord? No, but I did see that white woman got arrested for getting her son a spanking.
Really?
Gave him some licks, and they arrested her. And she was teacher of the year. Yeah, shocked me.
I'm shocked right now. Wow.
I'm trying to remember, but why do people be posting stuff? You know what I mean? Why you post stuff?
I don't understand that part. I don't understand that part at all.
Yeah, but she gave him some licks, and they said, and after the licks, she's supposed to jack them up, and they locked her up. Oh, sure did. Locked her up.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna take a small break, and we're actually going to come back real quick. I still got some folks on Facebook. I need for y'all to get on over to YouTube. Like I told you, I thought I'd close this down, but I guess I didn't. Stephanie, what's going on, young lady? She said she was angry and disappointed, put them in jail. Go Heels, yes, of course. She said that in college she learned the true meaning of a lot of holidays.
But when they say put them in jail, who do you put in jail, though? You going to put the parent in jail? Because they were kids. What jail you going to put them in? And Stephanie, we just talked last week.
That's right. Because of the age of these kids,
yeah.
Who you going to put in jail? Is it them or the parents?
Yeah.
Go on over to YouTube and comment on that because I'm about to shut this down.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that comment on that.
But yeah, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna go over these comments again. So let's ask that of everybody. We're saying that these kids need to be disciplined or need to be charged and get whatever they're supposed to get. But again, these are kids, and you're talking about send them to a boot camp for 30 days or whatever. Do you think they should be punished, or do you think the parents should be punished, or do you think both should be punished? We'll be right back. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
phone. Listen, man, I've had iPhone 11 for a long time since iPhone 11 came out.
What?
Yeah, iPhone 11, and I wore it with pride because I was like, I'm not getting a new phone every time one of these things come out.
That's fair.
You know, the whole family got better phones than me, and it's okay. So I'm at Sam's, right, and I'm unloading my cart, and my mom calls me. I put it on the speaker until I get my Bluetooth. You look in the parking lot, it was dry to the left, it was dry to the right, it was dry everywhere you could see. My phone's on the back of the trunk. It fell down in the only freaking puddle in the entire area. And that phone went face first. That joke ain't been back on since, man. It went zoop.
So Lo, I'm gonna just go and tell you something. That iPhone 11 decided it wanted to die. It jumped. It jumped ship.
That is funny.
That iPhone 11 was like this. He can't keep pushing me like this.
Find a studio that matches your podcast vision? Located inside Uptown Comedy Corner, our studio just 5 minutes from Atlanta's airport has everything you need. From high-quality equipment to multi-camera setups for live streaming, we've got it all. With 15 plus years of experience, our team ensures smooth sessions with editing and post-production services at an additional cost. Plus, our competitive pricing make it easy for creators of all levels. Contact us at 404-500-1605.
Listen, man, I've had iPhone 11 for a long time since iPhone 11 came out.
What?
Yeah, iPhone 11, and I wore it with pride because I was like, I'm not getting a new phone every time one of these things come out.
That's fair.
You know, the whole family got better phones than me, and it's okay. So I'm at Sam's, right, and I'm unloading my cart, and my mom calls me. I put it on the speaker until I get my Bluetooth. You look in the parking lot, it was dry to the left. It was dry to the right. It was dry everywhere you could see. My phone's on the back of the trunk. It fell down in the only freaking puddle in the entire area. And that phone went face first. That joke ain't been back on since, man. It went zoop.
So Lo, I'm gonna just go and tell you something. That iPhone 11 decided it wanted to die. It jumped. It jumped ship.
That is funny.
That iPhone 11 was like this. He can't keep pushing me like this.
Ready to find a studio that matches your podcast vision? Located inside Uptown Comedy Corner, our studio just 5 minutes from Atlanta's airport has everything you need. From high quality equipment to multi-camera setups for live streaming, we've got it all. With 15 plus years of experience, our team ensures smooth sessions with editing and post-production services at an additional cost. Plus, our competitive pricing make it easy for creators of all levels. Contact us at 404-500-1605.
All right. Yo. What's happening, man? What's happening, man? Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. And we are back, you dig? Angelo had to take a phone call. You know, he's a busy businessman. Oh, let me change that. How Jay-Z said, he is a business man. You dig? So, yeah, he had to take a call to get that handled. But for the time being, I'll keep it rocking and rolling. I need to look at some of these comments. Hold on. Let me grab Angelo's other phone. And, man, I see why he got his glasses on. He good. Oh, how can you see this? Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I'm waiting to come back with his glasses. We look at those comments. But I am hoping that everyone chimed in on the justice, the punishment, the charges, whatever for the kids, the parents, or should it be both? Give you my opinion. I think it should. The kids, I do feel that in this case, the parents, and I think in all cases now with certain crimes, that parents should be held accountable up to a certain age, and but I also feel that the kids will not learn anything if they're not punished. Also, because if you punish the parents and not the kids, now all you're gonna do is let the parents end up inflicting even more trauma on the kids. So I think it has to be both. I'm not saying first offense, putting parents in jail or whatever, but something has to be done to try and get these kids accountable because it's a simple fact that the village is broken right now. You know, there still are some villages that's out there, but most of the villages right now are broken right now because of the simple fact that the way the economy is, nobody can form a village because nobody can stay in one place for long enough to be able to get the respect, to be granted respect or authority enough to be able to actually pull a kid to the side and say, yo, what are you doing? You know, it's one thing when you grow up with a kid, you know, as that guy down the street, but it's a different thing when the kid just moved into the apartment complex or your subdivision or your neighborhood and you don't really know him, and now you go grab him and pull him to the side. Now you got the parents ready to fight you and all that type of stuff. The village is broken, people. Somehow we need to rebuild that village, and I think once that happens, we can, get a hold of some of these kids, and be able to talk some good stuff into them, steer them the right way. Let me see. I see some comments up here. Doesn't okay, Jalen. I think that's Cat. She's saying doesn't want that life. All I was thinking was 3 years ago when we started, he was only 15. What if he could have done something and been something positive and not had this current situation? I think I missed another one of your comments. My bad. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. We're gonna go over the comments once Angelo get back because this phone that he has now here, I cannot see those letters up there. They're way too small, and I don't have the glasses that I need to be able to read that. So we're gonna move on. And once Angelo gets back, he can chime in on this. Recently, Jason Whitlock was talking about Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders, as you know, the son of Deion Sanders, was drafted in the 5th round of last year's NFL draft. A lot of people said that he got dropped because of collusion between the NFL owners to basically get back at his dad because of some of the things his dad said and all that type of stuff. So Jason Whitlock recently said that he is unapologetically going against Shedeur Sanders as he prepared to start his first NFL game. He says that if he was a success in this game, it would send a message to young kids that arrogance, bravado, and materialism is a good thing and will help you succeed. First off, I want to ask you if you agree with his views or his opinions on this type of thing. The first thing I thought of was, with everything else that's coming against us as a people, why in the world are we piling on against another, young black man that's actually pretty successful? Yes, he has jewelry. Yes, he has bravado. Some people may say it's confidence. You know, yes, his dad played in the NFL, but if you look at what this kid did, he's put in the work and done his thing. So my question is, especially as a fan of the New York Giants and the quarterback that we have, white guy, white kid, that has the same type of bravado, that has the same type of jewelry, and probably has the same type of privilege just because of the color of his skin and the position that he plays. So, how is this a thing that's to be ridiculed just because this man is confident? But I couldn't, bruh. You got that font way too small for me, so I waited till you got back. I couldn't read none of that. So
without my glass, I couldn't either.
There may be some comments up there in regards to the punishment of the parents of the kids. So see if you can read some of that real quick.
Said they beat his butt for 15 seconds. He lost her job. Vic said both, so I'm assuming that's on the who should get arrested part. Angelo, Darren Petty looking. Oh, Frank Davis never fails. Gerald, DC says you should send in the military boot camp and the parents as well. Stop letting these cell phones and baddies show. Tell them how they're supposed to be and start being responsible people. Baddie shows, gotcha. Tell them how it's supposed to be. Yeah, you ain't lying about that. Juvenile facilities will probably make them worse. And that's a question got to ask because that's kind of what the topic was.
Talked about last week.
Talked about last week. Are they really? Do they really help or not? It's a great statement. Cat. Great options are what are suggested military type of respect training. I just think that should be mandatory. I really do. My aunt Elena says I think kids should have some kind of consequence for their behaviors. I think there's one thing that's wrong: no consequences. Community service, scare straight program, something has to give. And you're right. In this BS point system they put these kids on, and like Harvey said last week, they know. So there's really no accountability because they know what they can and can't get away. I already know.
Right.
You ain't going to be able to do nothing to them. 18-year-old kid working at BK here in Jacksonville shot and killed trying to break up a fight. Wow. And that's another part. How do you step in? Because
who said that?
Frank. The 18-year-old kid working at Burger King in Jacksonville shot and killed trying to break up a fight. You know what I mean? That's another problem. Kiki said, that's how I feel about Mason. Please don't play with my Mason, but I don't play with none of my kids, but Mason's the most easygoing. Cat Cole said, love you were making recently. I'm not sure if you heard of the young boy shooting at Kroger. Hurt me to my heart. One had just graduated. Even the judge sounded brokenhearted telling him how he doesn't want that life. All I was thinking was 3 years ago when we started. He was only 15. What if he could have done something or seen something positive, not had his current situation?
Okay, yeah.
Kiki said, I tell Angelo all the time, he low-key ratchet. He low-key ratchet. I can hear telling folks go get their daddy. Yeah, I did. Happy upcoming Get Fat and Watch Football Days. Stay blessed and blackout shut down November 25th through the 2nd. The kid is just bad, a bad seed. If you must buy black owned. All right, there we go. We caught up.
Yeah, so what I just talked about was Jason Whitlock.
Yeah.
Basically saying he unapologetically is going against Shedeur Sanders as he prepared for his first NFL start. He basically said that if Shedeur is a success, which he actually was, if Shedeur is a success, the message that he's going to send to young kids is that arrogance, bravado, and materialism is a good thing, and it will help you succeed in life. And first thing I thought of was with all the, the stuff, the criticism that goes against us, our culture, our community, is why in the world would a man that's, 2 times, 3 times his age be worried about this young kid? But then I also thought about, again, me being a fan of the New York Giants, my quarterback is the same way. But yet he's actually, put on a pedestal.
Accepted.
Because he's got the same bravado, wears the gold chains, and let's face it, he's getting favors because of his skin color and because of the position that he plays. He's being put in a position that Shador didn't get.
Remember Baker Mayfield came out. Everybody said, "Oh, look at the passion he plays with." But if Cam Newton does a Superman, he's cocky and arrogant.
Yep.
It's just a repeating. Like you said right now, Shador throws up a watch, but yet, what's his name? Jackson Dart, and the running back
Scatterboo
was out there flashing jewelry.
Yeah.
Dart plays with a doggone super nice chain. You know what I mean? And it's okay.
Scatterboo got fronts, got all his teeth done.
But if one of ours do it, you know what I mean, they this and they that. But and I always like to make sure people do the correct term, because too many times we use the word Uncle Tom without knowing. You talked about history earlier. We don't know the history of Uncle Tom. Should let you know. You stop calling people Uncle Toms, because that's not the correct title. Right. Sambo's the correct title. Jason Whitlock is the definition of a Sambo. Definition. We were talking about you were here on the podcast the other day. They were calling people coons. No. They were calling Stephen A a coon. No, Stephen A is not a coon. You better not agree with some of the stuff he says. He may do some stuff that's questionable. He's not a coon. Jason Whitlock, however,
coonery to his finest.
You know what I mean? This is what he is, man. You know what I mean? And it's, I don't even care if you do it for clickbait. I don't care what the reason is. For you to tear down this kid who's done absolutely nothing.
Never been in trouble.
You know what I mean? Never been in trouble. Never know nothing. You know what I mean?
Period.
So what? He was blessed to have a father that was just one of the greatest athletes to ever walk 2 feet. He grew up, he said himself, I grew up in a 30,000 square foot home. Is that his?
Right.
You punish
now
him?
You're punishing him for
because
that.
he grew up in a 30,000 square foot home? Yeah. God bless him. He was blessed to be able to do that. But yet, he still takes the game seriously. You know what I mean? The 30,000 square foot home, Deion Sanders, as great as he was, ain't threw not one touchdown. You know what I mean? That's Shador putting that work in. Shador put the work in to do all the stuff he did in high school. Shador put the work in to do what he did at Jackson State. Shador put the work in to do what he did at college. You know what I mean? So why are you punishing him and criticizing him? It's not like he took it for granted. You know what I mean? There's some people out there who took stuff for granted. And trust and believe, if you take stuff for granted, they will find out.
No, it'll show.
It will show.
It will come
This
up.
kid has been nothing but successful, man. And so what? He flashed the watch. You mad because he got more money than you, Jason Whitlock? You mad? You know what I mean? Jason Whitlock, man, I don't listen to nothing Jason Whitlock says, bro.
If it wasn't sent to me, I wouldn't have heard it either.
Hey. Some clickbait BS.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I wish I would watch a Jason Whitlock show. You're a clown, man. He's a clown, bro. He continues to perpetuate that negativity that the others do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's just so, man, it's so unfortunate, man. I mean, how many more Uncle Ruckus do we need? You know what I mean? It's like, man, Junk just disappointed, man. But Shador Sanders showed, now, it was a small sample size. You know what I mean? Small sample size. Everybody say, oh, it was just the Raiders. Okay, but had he lost?
Oh, God.
Had he looked bad?
Oh, my.
They wouldn't be saying, they'd be killing him, bruh.
Eating them alive.
So, but because his job was go out there and not lose the game. You know what I mean? But guess what? It's about 31 other quarterbacks that played Sunday, and their job was the exact same thing, to not lose the game. You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of them did.
And a lot of them did.
A lot
Period.
of them did.
To include mine. You know what I mean? So, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what we talking about, man? You know what I mean? I can't stand stuff like that, man. It's Jason Whitlock is a coon, bro.
Right. I mean, it's almost as if you're saying that you can't be successful and show your success.
Right.
That's basically what he's saying.
Right.
He's basically saying be successful, like they told LeBron. Be successful and shut up.
Shut up and dribble.
They told LeBron, just shut up and dribble. But it brings me, and again, we've established a point. Sambo Coonery. That's who he is. But he's not the only one. Why is it that our community is so quick to jump on bad news? First, to jump on bad news about our community or somebody in our community before actually fact checking it, making sure that it's true. And then also, why is it that we just love tearing is it clickbait? That we just love to tear others down? Now, don't get me wrong. I do know that when you're in sports, somebody that's actually hired to talk sports, they may have to talk down about somebody that's not doing well. But this guy here has nothing to do with sports. Wait, did Jason Whitlock do something in sports before?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
He's just been a sports reporter. He's a sports reporter. He was a writer. He's a beat writer.
Yeah, so
You know what I mean,
but now he's not that.
got fired. He got fired. He had to show on Fox. They took it away. They replaced him with other people. You know what I mean? Because his narrative is just so ridiculous. You know what I mean? He couldn't get along with anyone on all the shows he's been on. The coonery didn't even work with the people that you were trying to coon to, you big dummy. Your coonery didn't even work to the people you're trying to coon to. You know what I mean? Man. Jason Whitlock he's just a disappointing person, man. And but why, JT? It's just, I've said all the time, man. I never understand why we hate each other so much, man. I just don't understand why we hate each other so much. You can critique. You can critique Shedeur Sanders, just like you can critique anyone else. But he makes a point of finding our people and try to destroy them, not critique them. What he's talking about with Shedeur had nothing to do with his athletic ability, nothing to do with him playing quarterback. It was all about the attitude, the bravado.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? What about, let's talk football.
Yeah.
Let's talk football.
That's what he's here for.
Come on, man. What are we talking
He
about?
plays
Why are we
football.
worried about all the other BS?
That's what he's a football player.
He's a football, but let's talk football. Let's talk about his throwing technique. Let's talk about, let's talk about the fact that he holds the ball too long. All right, you got an argument right there.
Right, but saying that his jewelry,
come on, man,
is going to give a bad message to young kids is crazy.
But he said nothing about Jackson Dart jewelry.
No, not at all.
Nothing about
Scatterboo
jewelry.
Yeah,
wearing fronts.
yeah.
Said nothing about that junk. But you're worried about this young man, and you hope and you hoping for him to fail. What kind of message is that? I hope he's not successful. What is
And he used this word.
What is terrible, man?
Unapologetically is what he said. He's not apologizing for going against him. Now, again, we're using this as, the example. But again, within our community, man, it's just what I've termed it as, and it's not as extreme, but I call it racism within our race. But, it's more of divisiveness. We're divided as a race. But we really, I don't know how to, I keep trying to figure out how in the world do we set up something to get past some of this stuff? The being able to trust and being able to collaborate. But it's crazy that if you do something different, even if you're successful, you have to brace yourself for the ridicule from your own community.
Facts.
There's no other community that have to go through that.
They do not.
We're the only ones that say, you know what, I think I'm gonna get me a food truck and something easy. I'm gonna sell fried chicken. But I guarantee you, there will be somebody in our community that's going to say, man, JT can't fry no damn chicken. I ain't messing with you, man. What? I'm not going buy no chicken from JT, man. You tripping. Why would I go buy chicken from JT? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
How do we get past that?
Hey, JT, if I had to answer that one, hey, because you said food truck, man. I messed around and said, a comedy club, bro. And
I didn't want to go there.
hey,
I tried to go, different, but
why we go to Uptown?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, bro, I mean, I wish I could answer that question, JT. It's just it's sad. It's unfortunate that we are who we are, but then we complain about why we don't get what we should get, why we're not where we are as a community as a whole. You know what I mean? Because of these same issues, man. You know what I mean? These people could use that same platform, that coonery that he's doing. You could be building that young man up. You know what I mean? But what you worry about, you're not gonna get clickbait for it. So you want to appease the audience of negativity. You know what I mean? Like Kat just says, why do problem is the audience? Then why does everybody in the community listen to him? No, he's not trying to appease the audience. Kat, that's the problem. He's trying to appease that other audience of people who love the negativity. You know what I mean? And the audience of those people who just simply don't like Dion. And you know why they don't like Dion? Because of his flash. It can't be because of his football.
Right.
You know what I mean? The man is one of the greatest athletes to ever set on God's green earth. So for you to hate on him has nothing to do with his athletic ability. And now the son is getting the exact same treatment. It has nothing to do with his athletic ability. It's the coonery, and you're doing it to appease another audience of haters. Because again, how dare he wear gold chains? How dare he make a song about it must be the money? How dare he have MC Hammer on the sidelines? How dare, you know what I mean? This is what we're dealing with.
In the blackest city of America at the time.
How dare you play football and had a nerve to take a helicopter and go play baseball on the same day? How dare you do that?
And that was us.
What are we talking about? How dare you almost be the MVP of the Super Bowl and the World Series? How dare you?
Yeah.
Junk is insane, man. Junk is insane, man. I'm telling you, man. Man.
All right, check this out. I pulled up some stuff in regards to
crabs in a bucket. But the only problem is the crabs didn't ask to be put in that bucket. You know what I mean? These are volunteers. These are volunteers.
It jumped in the bucket.
Crab was thrown in the bucket. These folks just man. Go ahead. What you say?
I pulled up some things in regards to proven strategies to foster collaboration and trust, which is something, let's face it, that's not in our community, right? The first one tripped me out because it's already there, but it says create shared purpose and visible goals. Don't we already have a shared purpose and a visible goal that's already there that we don't even have to create? Something as simple as being treated equally. We don't even have to do that. It's there. But yet we still fight against it.
Every day.
Encourage inclusive participation. This should not apply to our race because none of us should be exclusive. All of us should be inclusive anyway. But for some reason, in our race, you know, you have people that's got good hair, people that's light-skinned, people that's dark-skinned, people with natural hair, people with dreads. These are things that people hold in our race that hold against other people, which is crazy to me. How do you hold it against somebody because he or she is light-skinned? And this ain't just started.
Oh, heck no.
I mean, go back to Spike Lee's movie.
Yeah, but that came because of what was already
because
going
of what
on.
was already happening. What was the movie I talked about?
Shoot, Chris Rock just did one a few years ago. Good hair, bad hair.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's ongoing. This is ongoing.
Yeah. These are the things that you're supposed to be able to do to create a community and be able to move forward. Build trust through transparency. That one is a little tricky because too many of us are not transparent about what our goals are. Case in point, Jason Whitlock. Well, he's actually transparent. My bad. But, you know, there's some undercovers out there that's actually not transparent about what their goals are within our race. Leverage shared community practices. How are we not doing that? We're talking about this week in regards to, what is it? What you call it? Something about Friday. What was it? No spin. What is it?
Blackout.
The blackout on Friday. Should be a shared community practice.
School days. What did he say? What'd you say? Frank said school days, Jay.
That was it. That was it. Spike Lee's joint. Yeah, school days.
Jae said, I agree. JT definitely hates me because I have a little hair.
Develop strong partnerships. We won't do that because of the simple fact that we don't want the other person that we could partner with to succeed also.
Absolutely.
How is this an issue? But it is an issue within our community. I mean, it's like we was talking about on the Flag Football podcast. It was talking about Stephen A. Smith and how he tried to do that within the community, but still people are talking about him.
Hating on him. Calling him
all that he's done. Hey, Elle Duncan. Shout out to Elle Duncan. She has just been named head of the sports division for Netflix.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Today.
That's why she ain't been on ESPN lately.
They're trying to negotiate to where she can do some part-time stuff at ESPN.
Good for her.
She is head of the sports division at Netflix.
Good for her. Congratulations.
Please believe Stephen A. Smith had a lot to do with Elle Duncan getting to ESPN.
100%.
But yet people still want to hate on this man because he has another podcast where he says some things that people don't agree with. So because you don't agree with him, as they say, cancel, you want to cancel the man.
Yeah. Get his base together.
Create safe spaces for honest dialogue. What do you think about that one within our community? Honest dialogue now.
I mean, you know, all those things I feel like are all come together thus far. It's all stuff that's needed, stuff that you're doing, but still yet dangerous because how can you be honest with people that turn on you? You know, it's hard. You know what I mean? It's hard to be honest, you know, but needed.
Very much so.
But
because, like you said, if you're honest, somebody's not going to agree with you. So because they don't agree with you, now they got to take you down.
They got to turn on you. Yeah. That's why the old game was said, who do I trust? Who do I trust? Me. That's who.
Then this one, empower micro leadership. When you're talking about the crabs in the bucket, there it is. I'm not giving leadership to you. I'm not pulling you up here to be a leader with me. What's wrong with you, bro? You ain't ready for that. Or sister, you can't be a leader with me. You're not. You know what? You might be better than me. So I can't pull you up to be, a leader. All of this is happening. I mean, these 7 things that I just put out there, we've just showed why we can't or why we won't. I ain't gonna say why we can't, why we won't put in the effort to actually move ahead.
But then you see somebody like Serena Williams' husband, who is creating that league, and what is he doing? he's giving ownership to the women going into this league. We wouldn't dare. Hey, we wouldn't dare. What do you mean share revenue? Do you know what I mean?
No.
You know what I'm saying? What do you mean?
It's got to be mine.
Yeah.
I created this.
I created this.
You think you gonna get something out of this? I pay you a salary, but you ain't about to be part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a never-ending battle. Here we are trying to come together to get somebody to lead the country, but we can't even come together to succeed as a whole, as a race.
Growing up while black. Interesting. No, that's facts. That's facts.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Growing up while black.
Growing up while black. It was never about him. It was about a statement to his dad. They wanted to hurt the dad because they couldn't beat Dion in life. No, I think I read that already. No. Kiki said, I don't agree with both because don't lock me up for nothing I didn't do. Punish the ones who commit the crime. You know, and that's another argument, Kiki. You know what I mean? But I think it's more so of where the accountability comes from. You know, should a parent be one time locked up for it? No, but if there's a history of it,
that's what I said. I said first time offender.
And there's not, and it's continuing. That child is continuing to do something. You got to start saying, let's go look at this home.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about somebody that's 22. We're talking about kids that was doing that stuff in Chicago that basically eat the food that the parents put out for them. Parents need to know, what their kids is out here doing, type of stuff. So
yeah.
And again, I'm not saying, your kid gets in trouble for doing whatever, now you got to go to jail. No, I'm not saying that, but there need to be something put there to where now, okay, you know what? I need to buckle down on this kid.
Remember, they used to get parents for truancy. You know what
It
I mean?
is.
And if your child was truant, they would come to see about you.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? There got to be some kind of accountability at some point. If you're like with this bullying thing, these the same kids. I mean, you knew something. Stephanie X9Y4T says school day is a great example that presents exactly what's being discussed. Kat said, "Whoa, here we are. This is good stuff." Jealousy. Stephanie says, "Jealousy is a crab in the bucket mentality." Kat says, "No big eyes or little U's." Crab in the bucket is toxic, driven by envy. Insecurity is where the scarcity mindset.
I was just going to ask, jealousy, envy, same, different? You know what? Don't even answer that, y'all. That's another topic for classic conversation. That's another topic for classic conversation.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Jealousy, envy, are they the same or different? Just like reasons, excuses, same or different? Don't answer tonight. We got you. Yeah. It's another conversation for classic conversations. We're gonna make that happen.
Robbie makes a good. She said, until there are laws that where it's gang related, then they can be charged. These kids are cruel, just like their parents. This is learned behavior. And that I 100% agree with. And gang, that's interesting.
Put them on a RICO. Put them on a RICO.
Juvenile RICO.
Yeah, juvenile RICO. Shoot, you run an established crime conglomerate here.
Yeah, says the same. Stephanie says both. Yeah, jealousy and envy. That's interesting.
Yeah,
but I think envy could be more dangerous.
I do too. Envy seems more, cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? Because I want what you have.
That's right.
I'm not.
Jealousy might mean I won't support you. Envy means I'm not even gonna support you. I'm gonna try to
I'm
backhand
gonna bring
destroy
it
you.
down. You ain't having nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
If I can't have it, you ain't having it.
Yeah.
But again, conversation for another evening. Make sure we bring that up. You got a top 5?
Jason Whitlock, you a coon.
Yeah. Yeah, cut this up.
If ain't nobody told you lately, you a coon, buddy.
Yeah. Sambo Coonery. That's your new
Sambo
name.
Coonery.
Yep. We're going to tag you in it too, partner. Come back at Classic Conversations if you want to. Give us some clickbait, you dummy.
Yeah. Dang,
Stephanie Facts. There should be accountability for the actions of the kids.
Gotta be something.
Yeah, it's got to be something.
Gotta be something.
And like I said, with these kids knowing the laws these days, they know they can do certain things. And else, according to what city they're in, they may know that the jails is overcrowded. Hell, they're adults that know that. And the jail overcrowded. They ain't gonna let me stay in there too long.
Right there. Cat said, anytime you're sitting back angry for someone's good, that's deep. That's deep.
Ooh.
You over there angry because they doing good. That's deep. That's deep, man. Cause I could care. I be so happy for other people's success, man.
Hey,
People
man.
I don't know, it don't matter, man. I just don't know how the people have this mentality, man.
Hey, man, my man,
We're gonna
shout
sit there
out
because
my
it's
man Harold
toxic.
Outley, Mr. Outley. He's been a guest on the show before. He hit me up when he saw me on the Preach, Pray, Love show that I was on. He hit me up and he said, bro, I was jumping up and down the hill like that was me on TV. Oh, did you? Oh, yeah. My blue jacket made the rounds last week, boy. I had my blue jacket on that show, and I had my blue jacket on the other show. It was crazy. But yeah, he basically hit me up and he said, bro, I was moving in my chair like it was me I was looking at on TV. That's when you know that people are rooting for you. You did? You know that they're rooting for you. And you let's face it, you just don't have that much. You don't get it. You just don't get it much, and it's sad. If I can't be the guy, I want the other guy to be him. You know what I'm saying? It's true. Well, you getting to the Hall of Fame, man, there was no damn way that I was not going to be at that Hall of Fame induction. You was up there giving your speech, boy. You talking about crying for your boy, boy. I was sitting out. That's why I ain't, when you said my name, that's why I ain't stand up. I'm like, man, if I stand up, they gonna put, I'm gonna be up there crying. I'm like, bro, I was so happy for you getting this because I've seen you. And not only for Shockwave, but I've seen what you do for other people and other kids and stuff like that. And other people, while we doing this podcast, I've seen people come in here and pour into you. So, bro, shit, man. Again, congratulations.
Appreciate it, man.
You win, I win. That's the way I feel about it. You win, I win. Period.
Thanks.
Love telling people Angelo Sykes is my dude. That's my dog. How Chris took it, that's my dog. That's my dog. Shoot, I'll scream it from the rooftops, man. Proud of you, man.
Appreciate
Real
it,
for
man.
real.
Stephanie says a 6-year-old shot a teacher in Virginia. Mom was in jail. Yeah, they did lock her up.
Wow.
But you know how it is. Some cities, some states is different. Chicago, I think it just, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's hard to speak on Chicago. You know, I know Asacop, he got some family up there, and he speaks about it a lot. But
We know about that stuff. We talked about that on the podcast one time about it. But yeah, and I heard she did get locked up for it. But yeah, they don't lock up the parents who go kill kids in schools. But that's a whole nother conversation, Stephanie.
oh wow,
People go up there and shoot up the school. They,
that part.
yeah.
Then all of a sudden they didn't know. This mother got a whole arsenal.
And they always show their baby pictures.
It got a whole arsenal under.
Hey,
Got a
you know
whole
that-
arsenal under his bed,
Yeah.
and you didn't know.
But they show the baby pictures.
Let me tell you something. There was nothing my son had in his room in my house that I didn't know about. Nothing. Period. How in the hell you got an arsenal in the house that I live. How you gonna have an arsenal in the house that I'm paying the mortgage on and I don't know about?
What you said.
How do you not know about it?
What you said. Congratulations, little dude. My brother for life. I'm so proud of you. Salute. Frank Davis. Appreciate you, brother.
Wait. What? That came from Frank?
Yeah, he says compliments every blue moon, but keep watching. It'll probably be a
Salute, Frank.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's coming.
it'll be a Joan at some point. It spreads a thing. Others be jealous with them. I'm looking forward to getting on those energies. It's a correct statement, JT. Thank you, Mom. That part, correct statement. All right, you ready for me to jump in? Or?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, well, real quick, man. See, they didn't know if Jay was coming because, sometimes we trying not to do sports stuff, not knowing if she going to be here or not. But since she's not here, we're going to. So here we go. Top 5 sports movies. Top 5 sports movies and or documentary. For you, JT. I would take the doors off the hinges. No privacy in my house. I hear that, Stephanie.
Hey, Steph, let me tell you something. I was waiting for my son to do something where I could take the door off the hinges. He never did nothing crazy enough for me to do. I wanted to do it just because when I saw Ricky Smiley did that, I said, man, that is dope right there. I need to try that one.
Hilarious.
But I don't know if he heard me or something, but he never did nothing crazy enough for me to take the door off. So that part. Top 5 sports movies.
Top 5 sports movies and or documentaries. Take all the good ones. The Last Dance,
God.
says Dwayne.
Okay.
Okay. Boy, that's definitely one of mine.
Boys.
Okay.
Yeah, sure was.
Mm-hmm.
You sure did take all the good ones.
Wait a minute. Wait. They didn't hear yours. So he said, what was the first one? The Last Dance, Sandlot, The Program, Any Given Sunday. All right.
Oh,
Give me 5, Cat Cole. Give me 5 of them.
Because Dwayne got me. Yeah, I don't really like that one, but oh, snap.
Top 5 sports movies and or documentaries, folks.
I think you gave 4.
Should have let me stay at 4 because he's going to take another one. But go ahead. Hey, that's why I knew it 4. I wasn't going to say it because he's going to make around and take another good one.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay. Remember the Titans. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was on mine. Then I say he's going to take a good one.
All right, I'll go ahead and take a stab at it. The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh.
Ooh,
Yes, sir.
Good
Fish
one.
That Saved Pittsburgh.
Good one. Good one.
And next, I got to go with Sly, Rocky.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of, and I wanted, I would say, for me, it was Rocky 3. Which one was it with him and Apollo? They stopped it with both of them taking a punch at each other.
That was Rocky
2. Rocky 2 is my best one.
That was 3?
That was 3?
That was Mr. T fight. Okay, it was 3.
That was 3.
Okay.
Rocky 3. That was the best one of them all for me. Rocky 5 was dope too, but Rocky 3 was the best one for me.
Okay. Okay.
this is goes together. Because it's my comedy phase, The Longest Yard, and God, it's the kid from New Orleans. The Adams Waterboy. Those go together for me because that was my comedy.
Okay.
That was my comedy. Next I gotta go with Hoop Dreams.
Good one.
Then number one for right now, I'll go with Coach Carter.
God dog it.
I got you.
Dog gonna better slip that one in.
Got that Coach Carter because Coach Carter it gave a lot more than just sports, man. That one. Yeah, that one was plus I'm a Samuel L. Jackson. That's yeah, I'm a Samuel L. Jackson fan hugely, and that cast was dope too. So yeah, that cast was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cast was dope. All them folks ended up doing some great things that was in that movie. All right, don't say it because it might.
I'm about to say enough is enough.
might say it might be
gotta
on.
read statements too.
Might be on Angelo's list.
All right, let's see here. Cat Cole got Remember the Titans. I love the LeBron story. I can't call the name.
Oh man,
she said she don't know the names. All right,
that's some great
see
ones
here.
up here. Oh, there's some great ones up
Number
here.
one fan got Brian's song. Good one.
Woo.
Remember the Titans. Any Given Sunday. The Greatest Muhammad Ali Story. And 42. 42 is a good one too.
Yeah. Any of that Buddy played in was dope.
Stephanie got Jackie Robinson.
There's another one.
Pride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pride was a good one. Invincible.
Yes.
Glory Road. God dog it, Stephanie. And Hurricane. I had that on my. I thought I could slip in Hurricane. So I'm at some repeats, boy. Y'all getting some good ones now. My mom got Show Me the Money. I know the movie you're talking about. What's that movie called? Show Me the Money.
Yeah.
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Remember the Titans. Any Given Sunday. In Kansas City. Maybe that's a documentary you're talking about. Kansas City. Maybe that new Chiefs documentary. Maybe that's
Chiefs
the Kingdom. Yeah.
Kingdom, yeah. Yeah. That was a great documentary. It was.
Jay, number one. Frank said that. Number one, Michael Jordan movie or something? I don't know. Oh, see, my Aunt Orlando got Brian's song, Draft Day, The Blind Side, good one. Sandra Bullock did kill that. Coach Carter and Rocky. Cat Cole, the Sandra Bullock one that didn't pay the player for, that was Blind Side. She said, oh yeah, Ali, the Rocky series. Aunt Orlando threw in Creed. Frank got Moses Guthrie, Dr. J. That's the list. Hallmark, Kansas City Chiefs, Creeds, Ali. Man, I just saw another one of a white coat that changed his community with black players. I wish I knew the names. Got you. All right. So I'm going to go to my list here. I got an old school movie. Y'all probably don't know. I used to watch this back in Journey, man. Wildcats. Y'all knew Wildcats?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is, yeah, you went way back on that one. Went way back on that one.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's
it. I got the movie Leon Isaac Kennedy.
The boxing movie.
The boxing
Penitentiary.
movie. Penitentiary.
1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3.
Boy, when that lady when that dude slid over on the top of that thing and dropped down in that bathroom, that ugly woman. I'm sorry, unattractive woman, boy. Hey man,
Penitentiary. Yes, sir.
Leon Isaac
Leon
Kennedy,
Isaac Kennedy, but penitentiary movie was
Sugar Ray
crazy.
Leonard lookalike.
What, you know what I'm saying? Somebody said Coach Carter. Somebody said remember the Titans. Love and Basketball. I don't think anybody said Love and Basketball, did they?
Wow.
Love and Basketball. You know what I mean?
Oh man, that. Oh man. Right. What was it? Hold on. Wait. He might get one of those. We ain't gonna. Yeah, because you're right though. He got scholarships and everything.
Will Brown just chimed in and said Brian's song.
Mhm.
All right. That was let's see. I got what I just say? Love and Basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Was that 3? Anybody say he got game? He got game. Who got game?
Well, that's crazy, man. Denzel done had a couple of sports movies,
Denzel again and
No. Was
Oh,
and
yeah,
he
I
played
did see
hard.
that.
Yeah, and he played hard against it.
yeah. It wasn't supposed to go.
Yeah, he went at Ray. Yeah, he went at Ray Allen. Yeah,
Yeah, with it, Ray Allen. Yes, sir. Yes, so Ray Allen, boy. Stephanie took Hurricane from me. So last but not least, then I got to go with White Men Can't Jump.
Oh, you got some classics.
Some classics.
You got some classics, boy. That the White Man Can't Jump.
He said Wesley travels 4 times.
Oh man, I can't believe we ain't.
Finding Forrester.
Oh man,
That was a good one. What about the one when the track one with the dude shot everybody from the roof? What was that one called? Higher Learning.
Higher learning.
Well, that's not really sports though.
He
Is
got all the scholarships. That's what he was talking about.
Okay.
Hey man, but what about this one? Above the rim.
Above the rim.
Have you ever counted how many points Buddy scored in that game? Hey man.
Yeah.
Hey man.
Wow. Really? Oh, that's crazy.
What was?
Oh, that's
Wait a
crazy.
minute.
Oh, that's
What was
crazy.
his name though in the movie?
Birdie.
That he was Birdie Shep. Hey, if anybody looks at that movie again, matter of fact, this is gonna be a Classic Conversations quiz. Somebody look at that movie and tell me how many points that Shep scored in the championship game. Like 30. He went crazy, bro. And don't get me wrong, a lot of them was the same shot that they just did over again. But check it out and see how many he scored. You wouldn't have scored that. There's no way somebody scored that many at Rucker Park without getting hit in their stomach or something. And some chinos. He had on some khakis. He had on some khakis. Ate him up, boy. Shep came out there, ate him up. Hadn't played basketball in years.
Too funny.
Yeah.
Mom said it was a great show tonight. Once again, graduates to the Hall of Fame. Shockwave coach and the Shockwave team, especially you, Jae Tea and Amos. Thank you, Mom. Love you. Stephanie says classic Brewster's Million with Richard Pryor. Brewster's Million was definitely a classic. Cat Cole said the Shaq one may not have been AA, but I definitely watched it multiple times. Yeah, the Shaq movie. What was that movie?
Oh God. Blue chip.
Blue Chips. Yeah, Blue Chips. The movie with Kyrie and Shaq. Uncle Drew.
Oh, yeah. Hey man. That's another one.
Yeah, it wasn't totally terrible,
Yeah.
right? Space Jam 2 was terrible. Space Jam.
Oh,
Nobody
yeah.
said Space Jam, though.
Space Jam 2 was terrible. Yeah.
It,
Again, another reason why LeBron ain't the GOAT.
cat dog.
It was horrible. It was horrible. Matter of fact, I'm posting that tomorrow. Y'all talk all this stuff. Let's just talk about the movie. He was horrible. It was horrible.
It was bad.
It was horrible.
Yeah. Don't do no acting. Don't do real acting.
Yeah.
Too funny.
All right. Appreciate y'all tuning in as
Awesome
always.
show. Thank you,
as
Stephanie.
always. Yep. We're gonna try and keep these dialogues going for this community. You know what I'm saying? I hated that. Y'all remember I told you that this cast from a play was coming through, and I have to say I dropped the ball on this one because I told you I hadn't heard back. Well, I finally accepted an update today, and all the messages came through. So I totally apologize for that. I'm gonna try and pull this play up real quick here. Angelo, where y'all at this week?
Tomorrow night, we back at Tuesday night spot, man. Traditions Global Cuisine, open mic show. Thursday, we learned a long time ago, don't try to do no comedy on Thursday, on Thanksgiving Thursday, because it'll be you and the staff. and it won't even, and half the staff won't show up. So, but we back at it Friday. We're doing it's called the Day After Thanksgiving Comedy Show. The day after, I don't give Black Friday a whole lot of attention, but the Day After Thanksgiving Comedy Show. Yeah. So you said we're supposed to start the boycott and buy black. Well, God
There
dog
it is.
We got
There it
all
is.
black comedy show.
There you go. No
At a
excuses.
black-owned club. So there you go.
Black wings, black fries, everything.
Oh,
black.
yeah. So come out there and
Everything
support.
black except the grease. The grease is clean. So come on through.
Stephanie says she agreed Space Jam 2. Her grandchildren fell asleep. That's funny. That's terrible for the grandkids fall asleep on a cartoon type movie. You know it's bad. But yeah, Friday night, Day After Thanksgiving Comedy Show, and then Saturday night, got Detroit Reed, be on all the Country Wayne's Kids and all that stuff on Saturday night. But yeah, so we rocking out getting this weekend, man. We had our first road show last Friday in Macon. Dope show with Rodney Perry. Really had a really nice turnout, man, and something we're gonna really build on, man. It's, great audience, and people really enjoyed comedy. You know what I mean? So that was really, really cool. They really enjoyed themselves. So, yeah.
So as you heard, Uptown Comedy is on the road. So anybody
Yes, sir.
in nearby neighboring states, if you know of a venue that wants to do a little comedy and have some legendary stuff coming in, reach out to Classic Conversations. We can see if we can make it happen.
Yeah.
And make sure you get a free ticket. I know I'm saying something that I ain't supposed to say, but
Yeah,
I just
you
put it
right.
out there. There you go. So if you get this thing connected, got your free ticket to come on to the comedy show. So again, neighboring states, Uptown getting on the road, people. Reach out to Classic Conversation. Let us know. Just let us know who the person is we need to contact. We're going to
Absolutely.
contact them. That's all it is.
Absolutely. We ain't looking for arenas. We ain't looking for the 4,000 seaters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you got a little theater seat 300 people or a club that's slow rolling.
Mhm.
Shoot. Uptown Comedy Corner Road show, man.
That's making it personable. You dig? So listen, like I said, the cast of the stage play Striking was gonna be here tonight. Some of them, and I said, I don't like updates because a little older. I don't want my stuff changed a lot, so I didn't accept the update. Accepted it today, and everything came in. So it wasn't able to be here because of short notice. But it's Striking the stage play right here in Atlanta, December 5th through the 7th. The tickets are general admission is $40 and seniors is $30. Not sure what age seniors are, but usually it's about 55. Damn. I'm a senior.
You got what's it called? AARP?
Oh, yes, sir. Here comes the discount. You better jump on it. Go around.
Yeah, I need to stop resisting.
Yeah. I resisted for a minute. This show is Friday, December 5th at 8 p.m., Saturday, December 6th at 2 p.m., Sunday, December 7th at 4 p.m. at the Flint River Community Center in Riverdale, Georgia. That is on 163 Flint River Road. Again, general admission is $40. For seniors, it is $30. Website, strikingthestageplay.simpletix.com. Written and directed by the one and only Rebecca Thompson. Rebecca, again, totally apologize for that.
Frank said, "Little you loan JT your iPhone 11." You want to update? One more time here, dive in the water too. That's funny.
All right, man. For me, ATL's hottest Uptown Comedy Corner is there. Make sure you go to atlhottest.com. My nominations, I am nominated as ATL's hottest actor in TV and film, ATL's hottest actor in the stage play production. The stage play that I'm in is God Guys. It is also nominated hottest online personality, hottest gentleman of the year, and also ATL's hottest power couple with that wife of mine, Casper. Just found out that I'm been featured in a movie, documentary called Grits, Girls Raised in the South. It's on the All Black channel. I am in season 1, episode 4, and also in Wicked City. Not sure of the episode, but I know it's the latest season. I think I did a club scene in there. Those were my 2 overnight shoots last year. It was pretty dope, shooting overnight is pretty dope. But yeah, so if you get a chance, go and check that out. As you know, the Lifetime movie, Pray, Preach, Love. I'm featured there. Beard was on point. It was real close up on your boy. So, go check me out. You see it, post a little picture, tag me on it. I appreciate it. And that's going to do it for this week, man. We will be right back here next Monday night.
He's not a singer without glasses, Cat. If you saw how big the font was on this paper, you would know he needs glasses.
Oh, no, I need glasses. I'm fighting that.
Said
big time.
Guys, the other one, yeah.
Yes.
She saw you in another movie recently. Congratulations.
And God Guys is actually coming back to Atlanta Memorial Day weekend, and we're also going back to St. Martin. Those dates I will get you real soon, but we are coming back to Atlanta. We was going to Pittsburgh, but since we're going to St. Martin, we figured we would do it here in the ATL. So all of you that said you wanted to see it, now it's going to be your chance. So that's going to do it, man. Next week, we'll be right back here Monday night. Matter of fact, you know what? If y'all have something that you want to talk about, reach out to us and let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, reach out to us and let us know, man. We just having some conversation, some dialogue here, and I know that you have conversations with your peers and your peoples. Reach out to us and let us know, because there's a lot that happens, and we trying to figure some stuff out. And if you figure it out by Friday so we can get it out there. That part. So that's going to do it, man. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. And we out. You dig?